Hi everyone, it's Janette here, Enthusiastic Gardener. I have an extra video for you this week, which is from our good friend Tracie's garden. Tracie is a follower and viewer, and 10 months ago she sent us a video of her gardens in Dorset on the south coast of England. And now we're going back to revisit. If anyone else would like to send me videos of your garden, because May is the most beautiful time of year for gardeners. I think we're especially proud of our gardens in May, and it's the best time for mine. I'm going to film a garden tour this weekend, which I can show you on Monday. That's going to be my next video, because you haven't seen my garden for quite a while, and I have a lot of new additions, and also have a couple of deaths in the garden, unfortunately, which I'll show you, the good and the bad and the ugly. The ugly, I need to do the weeding. We have a lot of weeds in the garden, and so I'll do that so that it looks really nice for the garden tour, which I'll show you on Monday. So until then, let's go over to Tracie's garden, and thank you, Tracie, for sending us a video.
Hi Janette, just thought I would send you a little video, might be a long video, but a little video of the garden as it is at the moment. It's been glorious for the past couple of weeks. Mind you, we could do with some rain. The water butts are now starting to get a bit empty, but I thought I'd just show you what's going on in the garden. So as you can see, bedding plants are out. Here, got some geraniums going on, some lobelia. This lavender is not looking great, but we'll see what happens with that. Different things. So this is what I got from my old works. So part of a chimney ridge from a very old building. Got one hanging basket up with some petunias. Got one out the front, doing really well as well. This one growing up here, is that Euronymous? See, I'm not very good with my names. But and some Armadi, clematis, let's get that into focus. That was flowering the other week, and the smell was absolutely amazing. Verbena, so I think they call that the Chinese snowball plant or Japanese snowball plant. Got some peonies coming into bud, some fuchsias in there, some bedding, some verbena, some more, some nemesia, some more fuchsias in there, some chrysanthemums. These are Japanese anemones. They spread like anything, and they will flower pink when they do flower. Got some jasmine going up the trellis there. That's not quite in flower yet, but it will be. Probably give it another month and it'll be flowering. Just pan out a bit. Coming round, Cotoneaster. This is my hydrangea row. So they have got tiny, weeny little buds on at the moment, but they should look good. Come about another 6 weeks or so, they should be in flower. Got loads of them all down there in that border. And it does look good because it gets part sun, part shade, and they do like a bit of shade, hydrangeas. They don't like full sun. They don't grow very well with full sun. Another Cotoneaster there. That's just filling up along there. We've got a honeysuckle going up along the trellis fence there. That was actually in when we moved in. Everything that you see in this garden, pretty much, we put in when we moved in. There's only a couple of shrubs that were here when we moved in. Everything was pretty much massive, great big azaleas, which had gone very woody, which we had to dig out. Another big azalea here. Laburnum, and we've got a prunus there. Just in behind there is a pyrocanthus. That's self-seeded. That's just growing up and finding its way. Another Cotoneaster. I think that's a de Rothschild Cotoneaster. This one goes red berries. That one has yellow berries. Birds go mad for them in the autumn. This doesn't seem ever to get going with its little laburnum flowers. You can just see there. I mean, last year had like 3 on there. Wasn't that great? Not as good as the one that you're going to see in a minute when I turn around. Hydrangea, again, you can see its little buds coming up with the flowers. This is like a bluey colour, purple, bluey purple. Put in that Acer last week. Got that from Leamington Market. Now, if you're local and you're like Dorset way, people watching on YouTube, Leamington Market on a Saturday is absolutely amazing. There's about 5 stands there that have plants, really, really cheap, bedding, shrubs. That particular Acer was £5.50 and he's brilliant. I've also put in some Brunera down there and some hostas, again, all from Leamington Market. Hostas were £2.50 each. Let's pan out now that. Flame of the Forest, Pyrrhus. That was here when we moved in, and we've been here 14 years. It was nowhere near the size of that. It was probably about a metre tall when we moved in. It's just finished flowering now. It's just finished being red. So I should have filmed it probably about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It would have shown it better. These are my little whimsicals, my fairy corner, as I call it. These heads have just been freshly painted about 6 weeks ago. So panning around a bit more. Another paracanthus there in the background. More ornaments. I do like my ornaments. Camellia is just about finished now. This is a tricoloured buddleia. Didn't do very well last year, so we'll see what happens with the buddleias this year. But I've got one out the front that didn't do that great. Lots of forget-me-nots dotted around. Just pan here. Got loads of heucheras dotted in. This is Janette's fault. She got me into heucheras. I think you can never have enough heucheras. They live in the back garden. Can't do them in the front garden. They just die off. They just don't like it in the front. Astablees, got loads of those all planted in. They'll be in flower in a couple of weeks. Again, more forget-me-nots. And these are just garden tapestries or shower curtains. Good old Amazon or Etsy. They just cheer up a really boring brown fence. I'm a good advocate of shower curtains. So here's the laburnum. It's absolutely looking gorgeous at the moment. That'll be flowering for about 3 weeks. Then all the flowers go and then it just leaves up. Can't get too close because actually here in that bird box we've got some blue tits that are nesting, so I don't want to get too close and disturb those. But as we go around, I've got forsythia there in the background. This is a bay tree. That's another big forsythia here. This is my toadstool garden area, which started off, Janette might find the picture that I sent her, but these, that there, started life as a chimney cow. There's just one there just in the back that you can just see as well. So they started off as 2 chimney cows, so I just painted them up, made them into toadstools. And then there are various other toadstools hidden in the undergrowth there that I've bought. Some peonies coming up, loads of forget-me-nots. I can never remember what that's called, but I expect Janette put the name up of it. Granny bonnets, Aquilegia. And then we've got some roses here. The light's not that great, so if I can move a bit. Got some roses, quite a few little roses in there, but they're not flowering yet. It's a little bit early, but they have got buds on. Now, I've got my shadows in the way, but you can see there are some buds going on in there. And then just panning round, got a rose in the tub, some more bedding, nemesia, another astilbe. Butterflies on sticks, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you can get them from Amazon or eBay. They're about $9.99 for a bag of 50. Great for stopping cats from getting in your borders and doing their business, which was what was happening there. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. Get your butterfly sticks, poke them in the ground, stops the cats a treat. And then this is just, well, bin corner, if you want to call it bin corner. There's some fir trees just growing up there, water butts. And then behind here is the Chilean, if I can get in. I probably can't get in that moment, but that's the Chilean potato plant that I bought last year. That I've got growing up behind there. It's just started to take off again this year. And the plan is to get it all over that rope effect there. But generally this is another water butt area. Runner bean sticks live down there. Again, with a shower curtain. You can never go wrong with a shower curtain. Oh, jasmine growing up over the pergola there. That's just started to come into flower. And then moving round. That's the jasmine is starting just to come into flower now. It'll be covered in bees soon. Ornamental pigs. They are quite old now. Just had a fresh coat of paint this year. And to just a little seating area that we sit in. Put the sun brolly up because the sun does ping in there. It does get hot, but that brolly is great. So we've got quite a few places to sit in. And yes, that is a stormtrooper. And yes, he is a little short for a stormtrooper. And then just shared water feature. So we've got another Armadi clematis growing up that pergola. Up the archway. And this is a Tracie, which will be flowering in a couple of months' time, and it smells absolutely amazing when it does. Excuse the garage door that's open. And then that's the wisteria amethyst falls. This pergola was put in last April, so everything is fairly new around it. And as the shed says, absolutely nothing happened here on this site. Just have a little pan round. But yeah, this is my garden in Weston Walls in May, early May. And we could just really do with a little bit of rain, I think, because it's a bit dry. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. See you soon. Bye.
So I hope you enjoyed that video, and thank you, as I said, to Tracie for sending it to us to have a look at. And as I said before, if anyone else would like to send a video, please get in touch. And here's my email address. I'll put it on the screen here, and we can sort out a way of you sending me a video of your garden. Until then, I will see you on Monday. I will do the weeding and I will film a garden tour for you. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye.